Okay, confession time. Yesterday, I sat down to read for 10 minutes and somehow ended up deep diving into videos of otters stacking rocks. Here's the real kicker. What if I told you our ancestors, thousands of years ago, used to get distracted too? Yep, cavemen had their own version of TikTok, except it was called "Oh no, is that a lion behind me?" So picture this. You're an early human sitting by a campfire sharpening a spear. The flames are crackling, your focus is solid, until you hear rustling in the bushes. Instantly, your brain goes, okay, what is that? A predator? The wind? Or maybe my buddy sneaking off with the last piece of roasted meat? Boom, focus gone, distracted. Distraction has been part of the human package since forever. The difference is just in the packaging. Today it's Instagram notifications. Back then it was storms, predators, and tribal gossip. Here's the thing. Our brains weren't built for laser focus. They were built for survival. Imagine gathering berries. Sure, you're focused on picking, but you're also tuned in for the sound of your child crying or the snap of a twig behind you that could mean danger. What looks like short attention span in today's world was actually a life-saving superpower. Still, our ancestors weren't totally at the mercy of distraction. They had their own hacks. Tribal life had structure. Hunters hunted, gatherers gathered, elders told stories. That division of roles helped reduce chaos. Nature gave them rhythm too. Work when the sun was up, rest when it set. And most of their tasks, hunting, crafting, farming, etc., involved movement. That physical rhythm naturally kept the mind anchored. And then, of course, there were rituals. Around campfires, stories weren't just entertainment. The repetition actually helped people focus. Chanting, prayers, songs, all of these worked like the earliest versions of mindfulness. Later on, the Greeks picked up the baton. Philosophers like the Stoics worried about wandering thoughts and emotional distractions. Their answer? Train the mind. Journaling, reflection, meditation, strict routines. They were basically running ancient versions of productivity workshops. And the medieval monks? Oh boy, they took focus training to a whole nother level. Imagine spending hours in silent prayer without drifting off. To cope, monks built elaborate memory palaces, mental structures filled with wild, cartoon-like images to keep attention sharp. They leaned on rituals, strict daily schedules, chanting, and even manual labor like farming or weaving to keep their minds engaged. And monasteries themselves were designed like giant focus machines, bells telling you when to pray, when to work, when to rest. Sound familiar? Swap chanting for meditation apps and monastery bells for your phone reminders, and suddenly monks and modern humans don't look so different. So yes, ancient humans absolutely got distracted. Their triggers were different, but the struggle was almost the same. Whether it was rustling grass or buzzing phones, storms or endless scrolling, our brains have always been juggling competing inputs. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Distraction was never the enemy. It was part of being human. Our ancestors didn't eliminate it, they worked with it. They built structure, used rituals, told stories, moved their bodies, and anchored thoughts with images. So the next time you catch yourself lost in a rabbit hole of cat memes, maybe cut yourself some slack. At least you're not being pulled away by a saber-toothed tiger. Distraction is ancient, but so are the ways to manage it. If this video added a little value to your day, subscribing is a simple way to keep the conversation going.